Movie friends, welcome back to the channel. Checking the audio, making sure everything's okay. How's everybody doing? How's everybody? Evening, Saza, Wolf Music Gaming. Hi, how you doing? Thank you for joining. We're going to be talking about, yes, and you saw by the title, we're going to be talking about Hocus Pocus 2. We're actually going to be talking about the second Hocus Pocus. The plot was dropped, so we have the plot to Hocus Pocus 2. Now we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to go ahead and start the video out because I think it's important to start this video out saying, make sure my audio is not too loud. Okay. We're going to start it off by saying I absolutely love the first Hocus Pocus. I love this movie. I love Binks. I love Max. I like Danny. I like Allison. I like the Sanderson. I love the Sanderson sisters. I love this movie. It's a very simple plot, but it's very effective and very fun for kids. I like it a lot. We're gonna read the second film's synopsis and plot, and I'll tell you guys what I think. But I had to start it out saying that because I'm gonna be honest when I read this plot to you. Okay, so on IMDb, which is it's very resourceful. It's very more than likely it's a very accurate plot. So three young women accidentally bring back the Sanderson sisters to modern day Salem, and must figure out how to stop the child-hungry witches from wreaking havoc on the world. Okay, that's basically the synopsis of Hocus Pocus 2. My wife is well, my Wi-Fi is oop. Oh, okay. Oh, poop. Okay. No, don't worry about it, Kevin. We're just gonna be chatting it up about Hocus Pocus. So if you catch some of it, that's okay. If you can't make it and your Wi-Fi is giving you a hard time, it's okay. I understand. Hocus Pocus 2, it's Hocus Pocus, it's my October comfort blanket. Absolutely, I get it. I love Hocus Pocus. I watch this thing every fucking year, right? It's one of my favorite Halloween time films of all time. Having said that, after reading the synopsis, if you guys were here when I read the synopsis, but if you didn't hear, I'll read it again. Three young women accidentally bring back the Sanderson sisters to modern day Salem and must figure out how to stop the child-hungry witches from wreaking havoc on the world. That's basically the synopsis of Hocus Pocus. And thank you for joining us, Samantha. I see that. Thank you for joining us, Kevin, Wolf, Saza. Really awesome for you guys to be here. That's overall that's the plot of Hocus Pocus. And if you Billy is so hot. Billy. Oh. I know who you're talking about now. Yay, Ashley. Yes, Ashley just jumped on in. I'm actually gonna put my glasses on because it's easier to read comments that way. So don't judge me. Obviously, I'm blind in some regards, but we're gonna go ahead and read the comments with my glasses. But yeah, that was the synopsis for Hocus Pocus 2. And I gotta be honest with you guys. Yay, are the original characters going to be in this, in some way? I don't know, because the only ones they have casted are actually the three Sanderson sisters, who are definitely going to be in the movie. But I don't know who else is going to be in the movie. Billy Butcherson, what a sweetheart. Yeah, he was cool. I like Billy. So how do we think that the three women bring them back? The Black Flame Candle shenanigans. I'm assuming they're probably going to go along the lines of what they did in the first one, where they're going to like think, oh, it's just a hoax, or maybe they wanted to. This would be interesting, okay? But first, I'm going to go ahead and give my opinion on the synopsis and the plot overall. If you didn't hear, again, I'm going to go ahead and say it. This is about three young women who go and accidentally bring back the witches. So I'm assuming one of them lights the Black Flame Candle and is probably a virgin, so we're going to bring that creepy stuff back, but hey, it is what it is. It's interesting for sure. I mean, look, if one of the kids, right, was like maybe so depressed and she thought she could be friends with the witches and tried to light the Black Flame Candle to try to make friends from the witches, that would be interesting. I would be okay with that, right? If there's one of the kids who was just maybe bullied or something, or maybe she wanted to maybe just have friends. She thought the witches would actually understand the kind of person she is. Maybe she's an outcast in some ways. Maybe she's not getting along with some of the kids in school. And she thought that would be a way to make friends. That could be an interesting way to do it, and that'd be a very cool way to do it. But in my personal opinion, the plot is very lazy. I think if you're just reading that on the IMDb page, that's a very lazy plot. To me, that sounds like something I would come up on the spot right there and then, right? Like if I'm at the pitch meeting and they say, okay, what's an idea that we could do for Hocus Pocus 2? And I'm like, the first thing that would come to my mind is like, let's try to rehash the first one, right? Like just do the same plot but make it a little bit different. That's kind of what it sounds like, in my opinion. I could literally play a part in the first movie. I've watched it so many times, utter classic. I can quote the movie a lot too. He's in The Fisherman in The Shape of Water. Yep, Doug Jones, I think is his name. Yeah, Doug Jones. Someone's probably already said his name. I'm not sure, but it's okay. Do we have rumors on who the young cast are going to be? We do not at the time. This is only the plot that's been dropped. And obviously, you got to have the Sanderson sisters in there, and all the original Sanderson sisters are going to be back. But I grew up watching Hocus Pocus all the time. I used to watch that thing every October. It would be on Disney Channel. I remember the old Disney Channel commercials and all that stuff. It was just a lot of fun. It was one of the more nostalgic times of my childhood, for sure. But yeah, if you're gonna ask me about this plot, I'm just gonna be honest with you. It just, to me, again, it sounds kind of lazy, and I'm not trying to be mean about it. To me, it's just that's just what it comes off as, and it sucks. But you missed my comment. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Let me go back and look at your comment there, bud. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I haven't been on your stream in a long time. Oh, dude, Wolf, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about that. It's okay. It's okay, man. No problem. Oh, I see you commented it twice. Okay, and my apologies, man. I didn't mean to miss your comment. But yeah, no, I'm very excited because I want to see, and I know Binks ain't gonna come back, but Binks was like a highlight of the first film. Maybe they intentionally want to keep the synopsis vague to encourage people to buy, stream it. It has to be good. Script, though, if the original Sanderson sisters have signed on for it, they have signed on for it. I'm pretty sure it's official that it's coming out in 2022. So next year during October is when Hocus Pocus 2 is going to be hitting Disney Plus, and I'm not sure if it's going to be in theaters, but it's definitely going to be on Disney Plus as a streaming film. Sebastian, thank you for joining us, man. How you doing? Thank you for joining. But yeah, I'm assuming they kept it simple too, to kind of just lure in the original fans. They're like, oh yay, the Sanderson, because that's really where the money's at, right? The Sanderson sisters are easily the one thing that on that move. If those three sisters were not in this movie would not make nearly as much money as it probably is going to. Not nearly, because that's one of the biggest highlights, if not the biggest highlight of the original Hocus Pocus, was just watching the Sanderson sisters do their crazy stuff, and it works so well. You could watch. I mean, practically they carried the movie. Every scene they were in, they stole every scene. Winifred, Sarah, and Mary. Winifred, Sarah, and Mary. I mean, I love Hocus Pocus so much. I mean, I pitched in on helping my mom, and my two sisters get the witches' costumes. I mean, I love that movie. But yeah, to me, if you don't know the synopsis for the first one, it's about Max, Danny, and Allison going to the Witches Museum where the Sanderson sisters' house is, and one of them lights the black flame candle, which if you're a virgin and you light the black flame candle, that brings the witches back for the revenge. And they came back, so that was the plot for the original one. But there's a lot of things they can do here. I mean, even though it's a simple plot and very similar to the first film, there's so much you can do with that simple plot and make it work in such a unique and different way that it could work very well. I would say it's probably going to work very well, because I don't think they would bring it back after this long just to fuck it up. You know what I mean? And my apologies if any kids are watching and they're wanting to dive in on Hocus Pocus 2 information. I don't mean to cuss all the time, but it's like you don't want to mess it up. That's the main thing. I had the biggest crush on Max back in the day. I think a lot of people did, for sure. I'm curious how the Sanderson can come back. Will it only be Bette Midler? Will there be the loophole in the book for the spell that resurrected them? And will the actress similarly be back? It's all three of them. All three of them are coming back for sure. They're all casted, but it's really interesting. It's really interesting. Who knows? Who knows how they're gonna play this off? Maybe I don't know. Maybe the witches possess people. I don't know. It's so interesting. You're like sitting here thinking, and you're like, how are they going to come back? I mean, it's probably going to make it as simple as lighting the black flame candle again. That's black flame candle. They're going to light it, and then the witches come back. Preston, how you doing, man? Thank you for joining us. Hope you are having a great day. We are talking some Halloween goodness with Hocus Pocus 2, talking about the new plot that got dropped. Basically, it's a rehash of the first film. The plot is basically the same as the first film. Three people go into the Sanderson sisters. They bring them back somehow, and then now chaos pursues. Max was so cute. My favorite character of that movie was actually Binks. I like Binks a lot. The cat, I liked him, and they're not going to have him in this one, which is unfortunate because, you know, he was a highlight of the first one, but what can you do? They're not going to have it. Watch them try to put another animal in there, though. There's going to be another animal. You just know there is. You know, Disney movies always have to have that one animal character, that one animal. If they want Church, they can use Church in the movie. I do not care. Well, the spell book opened its eye in the very end of the first movie, so maybe the spell book is found in an old book. It's found in an old bookstore, full garage, ale kind of. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Maybe it's being sold at a yard sale or something in the future, and the witches get brought back because someone reads a passage from the book. That's always a possibility too. But as I said, like an interesting way to take it would be like maybe have an outcast girl, maybe a girl who's into witchcraft and gothic stuff, and then she's not making any friends and she's starting to feel lonely, right? This is just me pitching an idea. She's starting to feel lonely, so instead of trying to make friends the proper way, she knows about the rumors of the witches coming back from the dead, and she decides to go over there and do an attempt at too, and she brings them back, and maybe the witches are using her to bring the witches are using her to like help them get children and stuff and suck the life out of them. I mean, it's just another interesting way to take it for sure, and you can still have a lot of fun doing it. But it's interesting, man. You got to really sit down and think about it. And there's a lot of things they can do with it. I just hope they don't Ghostbusters 2 this. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you don't want to, because there's a lot of things that can go wrong, especially, you know, waiting as long as they did to bring out a sequel for Hocus Pocus when this was really one of the movies that everybody wanted to see a sequel for. It was just, and don't get me wrong, the movie ended perfectly. Like, if they didn't come out with a sequel for Hocus Pocus, I don't think that would make too much of a difference. I know fans would still go back and watch that original one every year for Halloween. So, I mean, the merch is still selling today. People love this movie. It is so freaking big. I mean, when you go into Spirit Halloween and you have a section as big as like Nightmare Before Christmas, Hocus Pocus, Beetlejuice, as big as a section of that is, I mean, you made it as a Halloween film, a horror film. Like, if you have a section dedicated to you of that much stuff, I mean, that's pretty crazy. Dude, there's a bigger section for Hocus Pocus at Spirit Halloween than Friday the 13th, Halloween, Freddy Krueger. I mean, it's crazy. I'm just building my video game, so that's why I'm busy making it. Oh, I understand, man. Don't worry. I get it. You're busy. Hey, it's okay. But yeah, the spellbook did open at the end of the first one, and people were just like losing their minds. Hey, what's up, Mr. Jordan? Is the sequel really on the books? Usually, if there's a big time difference between films, it is not a good sequel. Film, look at Independence Day. Independence Day is a good example of a sequel that definitely did not live up to the expectations. Yeah, that one's a good one to bring up, actually. Yeah, Independence Day. The sequel just wasn't as good. They waited way too long. And then, like, Avatar, dude, Avatar was released back in 2009, and the sequel ain't gonna come out for like, what is it, like almost been 20 years now since the first Avatar. I used to be called Sister Sarah when I was younger because of that movie. Oh man. Actually, it'd be worse if the Ghostbusters answer the call of the sequel, making an all-male warlock cast. Yeah, wouldn't that be interesting? Yeah. Do you like Cobra Snakes? I like Cobra Snakes, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, there's a lot of things they can really I mean, Beetlejuice is getting a sequel at some point, right? I mean, it's been talked about for a long time, but Beetlejuice is supposed to be getting a sequel. Nothing's happened yet, which is one of those things. But, you know, hopefully Beetlejuice 2 finally just starts. We want more information. I mean, we're only getting little bits at a time. We're not even sure if Michael Keaton is fully coming back, and we're not even sure if Tim Burton's going to be directing it. And to be honest with you, I love Tim Burton. Don't get me wrong, but Tim Burton's film history after like the late, like early 2000s have just not been really good at all. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he's had some great movies out, you know, afterwards, but like, it's very rare for him to actually have a good one come out. Lee, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us, man. Thank you. We're just talking about Hocus Pocus 2, and oh, by the way, guys, slay that like button if you like this type of content. I know I told you guys I'd be taking a break, and I am. I'm not going to be uploading probably for at least today and tomorrow, but maybe tomorrow. I'll be filming tomorrow, but I probably won't be posting until the next day, so thank you guys for the support and patience. I've been just posting so much lately. Like, I've been literally posting about 3 to 4 videos a day, almost. Okay, just checking the stream. I was lagging a lot right there for a second. I hate the idea that big movie studios are desperate to remake classics like The Princess Bride, Beetlejuice, The Addams Family, etc. Don't touch the classics. I'm good, thanks. I'm going Pride. I'm going Pride on the weekend. How are you? That's awesome. I'm doing pretty good, man. Just talking about movies. Taking a little break on uploading, so I thought I'd go live at least. I like doing what I do. Actually, I was told to kind of keep it down a little bit on posting so much, and I did some research on it. But posting too much can lead to shadow banning, and shadow banning is apparently when the media, the social media that you're using to post, maybe thinks you're posting a little bit too much and is worried that you're like a bot or something. So they try to ban you a little bit from posting so much, and I don't want that to happen to the channel. So taking a couple days break. Love Hocus Pocus. Saw the original on Disney Channel in 2003 during the 13 Days of Halloween. Same here, Shane. Same here. I saw it. That was the first time I saw it, actually. It would need a kick-ass script. I'm sure Bette Midler wouldn't stand for something crappy. Actually, Dan, we were just talking about the plot that was dropped, and there actually is a plot that was dropped, and it's 3 young women accidentally bring back the Sanderson sisters to modern-day Salem and must figure out how to stop the child-hungry witches from wreaking havoc on the world. That is the synopsis for Hocus Pocus 2. That was dropped. Last Tim Burton movie I watched was Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and man, yeah, I agree. I didn't like that one all that much either. I think the last Tim Burton film I saw, no, I didn't even watch Dumbo. I have Dumbo, but I haven't watched it yet. I love Hocus Pocus. It's my childhood favorite. It's a lot of people's childhood favorites, man. I grew up with that movie, and I still watch it today. I mean, I have it right here on my. I bought it on Blu-ray, and I was gonna buy the Steelbook edition of it, but by the time I went to go get the Steelbook edition, the thing was like over $80 to $90, like even used. It was crazy. Love Hocus Pocus. Okay, any more Tales from the Crypt reactions on the horizon? I adore them. No pressure, my dude. Hey, yes, they are coming. They are coming. Actually, patrons, I didn't mention this to you guys yet, but I was actually able to recover one of Michael's older movie reactions, and it's going to be on Patreon. It's at the full-length reaction. There's one audio mess up, but it's only like 2 minutes long, is like where the audio cuts out for like 2 minutes, but it's only like once in the entire video. But the original Friday the 13th full-length movie reaction is actually going to be posted on Patreon probably within the next day or so. So like keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I'm going to be going back to Tales from the Crypt soon, for sure. I actually have one of the episodes filmed right now. I just have to upload it. Favorite Hocus Pocus quote? Oh man, let me think about that one. I like Amok. Amok. I love it when Winifred and all them do their walk and they see the firemen coming up and they yell men and start running back to the cabin. I like that one. My favorite Hocus Pocus quote though would probably be oh god, I gotta think about that one. I really gotta think about that one. But thank you for that question. Geez, the same story as the first, usually repeated story doesn't work. To be honest, yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be a rehash of the first film, which is gonna be like a literal copy of it. And a lot of people love The Force Awakens, and they forget that plot was pretty damn similar to the first A New Hope movie. So, and it worked quite well. So maybe they'll do some justice to it. Who knows? Did anyone see Big Eyes by Tim Burton and Margaret Keane and her lawsuit against her husband for taking credit for her artwork? I did not. I did not see that, but I heard it was actually pretty decent. It wasn't like great, but it was decent. Oh yeah, Dumbo, that one was okay. Kind of going the 101 Dalmatians remake route with no talking animals. Oh man. So it probably was kind of boring. Why did you think Hollywood is out of idea? Why did you think Hollywood is out of ideas? He's asking Dan that. Pull over, let me see your driver's permit. Yeah, that's a good one. Pull over, let me see your driver's permit. How does she know what that is? I know, right? I know. Yeah, there's some mess there. Yeah, there's plot holes in there, but LOL, I know, right? I have a lady mother from my bend the bones and break the back. I mean, I like their spells when they talk about spells and stuff too. I have a lady mother from my video game. She is tall and she has thick booty. Like, what man would like? She is a cobra vampire lady. That's pretty awesome. Favorite Hocus Pocus quote? I like when Billy cusses out Winifred for the first time. You you firefly from hell. You back to something like you firefly from hell. And she just freaking screams at him like, you jerk. Shh, we don't mention plot holes. I was watching Beetlejuice today, and another child favorite of mine, I had a crush on Gina Davis. Beetlejuice is a good one. Beetlejuice is a classic, and I would love to see a sequel, even though I'm still worried about what they would do with it. Hang him on a hook and let me play with him. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Thank you, Max, for that marvelous introduction. So many great moments from the original Hocus Pocus. How can you not fall in love with that movie? Like, seriously, how can you not fall in love with it? I mean, I understand there are people out there who legitimately don't like the movie. I know, I'm not sure if he doesn't like it, but I know Nostalgia Critic, Doug Walker from Nostalgia Critic, when he did his actual review, not like the movie review for Nostalgia Critic, but he did his real review. I'm pretty sure he understands why it's so loved, but it was never a personal favorite of his. He thought the movie was just awkward and weird. The fact that they use virgin as a term in a Disney movie so much. I mean, I get it. I get it why some people might not even like Hocus Pocus. I mean, to me, it's like it's one of the most harmless movies. The virgin thing normally goes over kids' heads. I never knew what a virgin was at that age, so it just went over my head. It was no big deal. My story would be descendants of the three sisters find the book, become possessed by the spirit of the three, then go after the kids of the original three kids. I like that. I mean, I like the idea of the possession. It's just then you have to worry about, because people want to see the actual witches. They want to see Winifred. They want to see Mary. They want to see, and you could probably say, you know, maybe they turn their bodies into the witches or something. But you know, possessions normally don't work like that. It's just the sisters possessing the body and doing their work. But I think most people would want to see the original sisters back in the costumes and walking around like they do. And you already know they're definitely gonna be retrending all of their original quotes, you know, sisters, and then they do that walk. Yeah, they're gonna be definitely doing that stuff. Parents, stop Disney talking about sex. They just don't know. Yeah, from Nostalgia Critic. Yeah. Saza, that reminds me of Dead by Daylight. Hook him. Yeah, that's exactly. I put a spell on you and now you're mine. That's a great one. That's a great one when they sing the song. Yep. Yep. Saza, that reminds me of Dead by Daylight. Parents, stop Disney talking. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm caught up with all the comments. There's a lot of adult jokes in that movie. We desire children. Hey, it might take me a couple of tries, but I don't think that'd be a problem. Yeah. I actually just got that. Yeah, wow. Wow, I didn't even realize that. He was talking about sex, not actually driving around and finding kids. Wow, I didn't realize that. That's a good one, Saza. Thank you for actually pointing that out. Yeah, I know. There's a lot, even jokes now that still go over my head because it's like a Disney film. You don't think they mean shit like stuff like that, but no, they do. Ralph Sickum. Look, Satan has married Medusa. See the snakes in her hair? When they're talking to the bus driver scene was freaking hilarious. Yeah, that stuff was funny. Oh man, no, I can't wait. I can't wait for Hocus Pocus 2. I really can. I think there's gonna be a lot to love about the film. I think, you know, and hopefully they don't go down a route like, you know, exactly what he said, Independence Day 2, or maybe like Dumb and Dumber 2, where Dumb and Dumber 2 was trying too hard. They were going back to the original roots by like really re-saying a lot of the stuff they said in the first one, which was out of, you know, already overused at that point. Look, a torture chamber. Wait. You're a virgin? Yeah, really. That was a weird moment. Like, why does it like how old was he? Like he's 14 or 13. How old was the kid supposed to be? And you're asking him if he's a virgin. Like, there's a lot of weird moments in that movie. No doubt about it. But you know, it's still it sits with me well. I enjoy the movie a lot. Hi, Jordan. Alan, how you doing? Hi, Jordan. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? I'm doing great, Alan. How are you doing, man? Thank you for joining us. Actually, I don't think you've ever been on one of my live streams before, have you, Alan? Not to my knowledge, at least. Maybe I'm going blind or dumb, but how are you doing? Max was 16. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's still a weird thing to ask a 16-year-old, you know? Wait, you're a virgin? It's like, hey, I thought Sarah and the bus driver would have made a cute couple. Probably, but she was, you know, definitely a flirt. She was flirting with almost everybody in that movie. What do you call them, Max? Yabos? In fact, he loves them. Yeah. Dude, I would have looked at my sister the same exact way if that happened to me. I'd have been like, just... Oh, wait. Oh man, now I'm thinking, well, to have dad take you. They're going to a party later, and then she just walks up to the camera and screams in the camera because he won't take her trick or treating. You just embarrassed me in front of half the guys at school. So collect your candy and get out of my life. First time I found your channel a couple days ago. Alan, thank you, man. I'm glad you found us, and I'm glad you're on the live stream chatting. So what are your thoughts on Hocus Pocus 2, if you've seen the first one? Allison was so pretty. She was very pretty, yeah. I don't know what she looks like now, I mean, but, you know. Yeah, she was pretty back then, yeah. I was thinking about making a little game just like Dead by Daylight, but you can fight back, but it's a challenge one. That could be interesting, Wolf. That could be interesting. I think I'm going to be going on, I think we're going to try. Yo, my mom loves that movie, bub, yes. Yes, and hey, I understand, you know, there's a lot of people out there who actually despise Hocus Pocus because of how much fandom there is for it. Like, people think it's overrated. My buddy Lane, you know, he's actually one of the people, I'm not trying to slam Lane, by the way. He's not a big fan of Hocus Pocus. Actually, I think he prefers Halloween Town over Hocus Pocus, and I think there's a lot of people. I mean, if I asked people, they'd be saying, you know, oh yeah, Halloween Town's like a Halloween classic. It's like easily better than Hocus Pocus, and I can get it. I mean, I've always been more of a Hocus Pocus fan than Halloween Town. I mean, I get the love for Halloween Town for sure. It's really out there. It's crazy creative, but yeah, no, it's nowhere near as good as Hocus Pocus to me. That wasn't half the guys at school. That was Tweedle Bulk and Tweedle Skull. Yeah, it really was. I've always wanted a child, and now I'm thinking I'm gonna have one on toast. I would like a book. Make sure I'm caught up with all the comments. Thank you guys for commenting. It really means a lot. Just catching up. Okay, so I think I've caught up with all the comments. I think. Yes, okay. But yeah, no, I get it. I get the hate. I mean, I do. It's not, I mean, to me, it holds up beautifully. I love the practical effects. I used to cry when Binks would get killed, like, all the time. When Binks would, I hate animal abuse, so when I saw Winifred grab Binks and, like, chuck the cat and hits, like, a tombstone, I was, like, crying my ass off. I'm guessing the new protagonists will get their hands on the book, since the Black Flame candle was because of the curse Winnie had placed before they were hung. I'm assuming so. I'm assuming that's exactly what they would do. I'm hoping they don't have to go, like, dude, I feel like every new thing, they feel like they need to go down, like, a Stranger Things route. You know what I mean? Route. And I just don't think it's necessary to make it like Stranger Things. Like, every horror movie or every reboot is trying to be like Stranger Things almost now. And it's just, like, for example, It, which I love It, don't get me wrong, but it plays along on the Stranger Things vibes a lot. And then you got the new Ghostbusters, which feels like a Stranger Things kind of feel. I'm not super passionate about horror. That's okay, Alan. That is okay, man. No problem. No problem. I never knew about Hocus Pocus 2. They'll probably ruin it, unfortunately. They might. But yeah, you don't have to worry about it, man. If you're not passionate for horror, that's okay. I mean, this is mostly a horror-related channel. So I'm hoping there's at least some content in here that you can enjoy. I'm hoping. So let me know if I can do anything to hopefully entertain you. Is that a hockey mask beanie, Jordan? It is. That is a Jason beanie for sure, man. I can feel icy death upon my neck. Take me to the window. I wish to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, cruel world. I'm not super passionate about horror. But if you fight enemies with your PTs to upgrade your stuff like health and your inventory space, that'd be cool. The ending always makes me tear up. And Thackeray Binks comes back in ghost form and comforts Danny. Yeah, I agree. That makes me, yeah, it's sad, man. It's a sad moment. I mean, it's a happy, but it's a sad moment because, you know, he just died and he lost his life. But it is a good moment because he gets to be with his family again, his sister. He doesn't have to sit around no more and wait. So, I mean, that was always nice to know. But, like, at the same time, man, I still bawled my ass out. Yeah, I really want to cosplay as Sister Sarah this Halloween. You should do it, Saza, and then post it on Instagram so I can see. You should do it, though. That'd be really cool. My lucky rat's tail. Yeah, my lucky rat's tail. God. Oh, by the way, guys, hit the like button if you're just jumping on in. 17 viewers. Hey, guys, thank you for joining us. We're talking about Hocus Pocus, and if you're a Hocus Pocus fan, I'm hoping that you can jump in on the conversation for sure. For sure. And, oh, man, dude, like, You know they're going to try to bring an animal in, right? You know they're because every Disney film, at least today, there's always that animal sidekick character or like an animal. So I'm guessing they're going to try to bring in an animal to be the adorable little side character that you're going to fall in love with. I'm just assuming. My favorite sister is probably the obvious answer, and that's Winifred Sanderson. I just think she's absolutely just a big old freaking mean. she is easily the funniest sister, in my opinion. I find her to be the funniest because of how serious she tries to be, and you can almost hardly take her seriously until she really does get scary, and then she's actually kind of scary. Like towards the end, when she like actually tries to, like, dude, this woman is so goddamn strong. She picked Max up off his feet, and that kid was probably at least maybe like 140 pounds, and she just lifts him off the ground like he's nothing. She's pretty tough. And she is kind of scary. Like, she has that cool witch. She feels the most witch-like out of all of them, in my opinion. Thackeray Binks, what took these so long? I'm waiting. Oh, yeah. Had to wait, what is it? Like, I had to wait like 100 years for a virgin to light a candle. 300 years? Yeah, 300 years. 300. I said 100 years. Like 300 years. Okay, Evil Dead, the game is coming out in 2022. I know, I want to play it so bad. I felt so sorry for Mary Winifred. Always picked on her. Yeah, she got picked on a lot, didn't she? How many movie shows have you following the Stranger Things formula? How many movie shows have been following the Stranger Things formula? Well, I know it has. I know, dude, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, the movie had a lot of Stranger Things vibes to it. The new Ghostbusters has that vibes to it. I mean, there's just so many more modern day horror films that feel like they need to take that route because Stranger Things was so popular with everybody. And it's like, you got to step out of your mindset, man. I would love to see movies that relate more to Halloween and Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street more than I would Stranger Things all the time. Catch up. How many? Okay. At the end of the Hocus Pocus, main sister turns into stone, and the others blew up. How they come back? Oh, there's a way. I mean, if Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, all of them can come back as much as they can. Obviously, unrelated to Hocus Pocus, they have nothing to do with each other. But if they can bring them back, I mean, the power of cash could probably bring back the sisters, no doubt. Money. They'll find a way. I mean, they're witches, and there's so many spells in that book. Who knows what they could have done? Maybe that chant. Didn't she yell book when she was dying? Or I forget what she yells. Like when Winifred's dying at the end, she goes and says, book, and she just turns into stone. I thought she yelled book. So I'm wondering if the book may have already had a plan to save Winifred or the sisters before they died. I wonder if she already had a backup plan. Because that's very possible. I mean, that's exactly what I would be guessing. Is a backup plan was obviously in pursuit. Yeah, it was book. Okay, I'm assuming the book heard her, and that's why it opened its eyes at the end. So I'm already putting things together now. Didn't we kind of get that with Fear Street Trilogies? Fear Street Trilogy, yes, it did have that formula a little bit. Absolutely, you're on the yes, Sebastian, yes. That scene where Mary barks like a dog always makes me laugh. yeah. I was always confused. It always confused me that Allison says her mom worked at the Sanderson Museum, but like she doesn't know anything about the spell book. Like surely she heard the lore of it before. You would think, wouldn't she? I thought she was the one who kind of was talking about the Sanderson sisters, or like going into detail about the history. But she didn't obviously know the lore of the book too much. I am ready. Yeah, it was a book. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready too, Screenlight. I'm ready too, and thank you for joining us, man. She yells book. Yeah, that's why it opened its eye at the very end, and I think that was my guess. I think that would be, she had a plan. I mean, Winifred was pretty smart, and she knew things were really things were striving on one bottle of potion, and obviously she was running out of time and stuff. But if she before her death, if she can make it to where she can say a quote from the book, or like the pages turn and then the spell would automatically bring them back from the dead, like right there on the spot, then I'm assuming that there are other possibilities for the witches to come back in the new Hocus Pocus. Like there has to be a way they can come back. I mean, it only makes sense to me. Has anyone ever seen the German show Dark? That was like the German Stranger Things. I have not, but that does sound interesting. The three main actresses have gotten older as well. Their main plot was to get younger, so don't know if they would get around their age dilemma. I mean, it'd be interesting. They're going to try, and I think it'd be a wasted opportunity not to use de-aging for the Sanderson sisters at one point. You know they're going to suck the life out of one of the kids or something, and then you're going to see them go back to the original forms of the first Hocus Pocus film. They're going to look like that. Hopefully there's no glare on the screen. If there's a glare on the screen, my apologies, but they're probably going to look something on the lines of that, or they'll probably just look something, that's the book, lines of that. They'll probably go back to the original roots of looking like this at some point, because they're already doing it with, what was it? They've already done it with so many properties. I mean, just de-age people is like a big thing now, so I could see them being de-aged at some point in the movie. I'm having ravioli, macaroni, and grilled cheese for dinner. That sounds awesome, Wolf. Yeah, but she didn't know the book was bound in human skin and let off a stream of light when it was opened when her and Max read it in the bedroom. That's true. That is true. That's true. But you know there's going to be a moment where they actually absorb the life or almost absorb the life out of one of the kids and they de-age themselves and they're going back to the young routes. That would be awesome. Love that Winifred flying on the broom, Sarah on the mop, and Mary on a vacuum cleaner. That, I wonder what they're going to use this time. Like, you know they're going to have to fly on something different. I think that'd be awesome. Figure out some other things for them to fly on. Maybe one can, like, fly on a hoverboard or something along those lines. I feel like they might make the aging issue a part of the storyline and maybe even make them look even older and haggard, and that's why they are desperate to come back for children. That would make sense. That would make sense. I get that, and you know, maybe make them look more like real witches, see how old we can make them look. Oh, dude, they're gonna have so much fun with this movie. You know it. Dark was about a kid who went missing, and during the search, we discovered a mystery that hinders on 3 time tunnels going from 1986 to 1953. Wow. So that they look old as F witches. Yes. We want them to look as old as all heck witches. I remember going to see it when it came out, and I was blown away by them on the broom. Special effects were amazing. Yeah. To see in the 90s. Oh, for sure, man. For sure. I mean, I didn't see Hocus Pocus probably until, like, at least 2004, 2003, when I was probably about 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2000. So I was probably about 7 years old, 6 or 7 when I first saw Hocus Pocus, and I loved it. I remember the zombie Billy used to kind of scare me a little bit when I was a kid, and I started loving his character a lot more as I got older. The costume design of Hocus Pocus is gorgeous. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. The costume designs for the 3 witches, I mean, are just top-notch, awesome. They were awesome costumes. They're very iconic. I would even go as far as saying the costumes for the 3 Sanderson sisters are freaking iconic. If they remade Hocus Pocus, who would you cast as Winifred? If they remade Hocus Pocus, like that, yeah, this is a sequel, so if they remade Hocus Pocus, who would I cast as Winifred Sanderson? That is an interesting question, man. That is an interesting question. It's really hard. It's really hard to see anybody else as Winifred at this point besides Bette Midler. Billy Butcherson or Wee Riot. Yeah, Billy Butcherson or Wee Riot. Billy Butcherson used to freak me out when I was a kid, but now I love him. Yeah, I'm the same way. Billy Butcherson would be awesome to see come back. I mean, I would love to see like them bring back even more zombies. I think that would be really cool. Maybe they try to like have zombies take over the town and everything, and have the zombies like kidnapping the kids and like holding the parents hostage or something, like having them like locked in their houses while the Sanderson sisters take the kids. We could go a crazy route with the sequel. I mean, seriously, there's a lot of possibilities. They are witches. They have the ability to do things, so we only got a little taste of what they probably could do in the first one. It's a lot of fun to talk about this movie, actually. But who would I cast as Winifred Sanderson? You know, I'm leaning towards, you got to think of a younger cast. You got to think of younger actresses for sure. Do you think Lady Gaga could measure up to Bette Midler in Hocus Pocus? No, I don't. I think she would do good. I think Lady Gaga would do good. I mean, I have not seen American Horror Story Hotel, which people really enjoy Lady Gaga. I think she won like an Emmy, or like not an Emmy. Yeah, that might have been the right word. A Golden Globe or something for her role as the woman in Hotel. Or maybe the town needs the Sanderson sisters to save them from another supernatural threat. We could go down that route. Why not, right? Maybe, at least it's different. Obviously, I think they're gonna want to see the Sanderson sisters come back, because you know, one of the things that Disney likes to do now is try to make their villains heroes, and I don't think it rubs right. You know, because I like the Sanderson sisters when they're actually like scary, and they're like the scary part of why you shouldn't be doing this around Halloween time. They're kind of like that urban legend thing. I don't know if I would want to see them become good people, but it would be interesting to see. I wouldn't be like against it. I'd be okay with seeing it, but like, they're so desperate to stay young. You know, how could you want, like, they would definitely, maybe, you know, it would be sad for death for the Sanderson sisters, is like, maybe they fall in love with this kid, and the only way for them to stay young would be to suck the life out of this kid, but instead of having to suck the life out of this kid, they just choose to wither away. I mean, that would be an interesting way for them to go out, you know? That would be a very sad way for them to go out. Maybe they choose just to stay dead at that point. Or maybe the town needs a Sanderson sister. Okay, she'd be an amazing sister, Sarah. Danny and Max's mom. Remember Danny and Max's mom and Halloween outfit? Yeah, I do. Oh, yeah, that was a weird thing. I don't know what that was all about, but yeah, I remember that. Oh, thank you for dropping a like, Wolf. I appreciate that, guys. I mean, I appreciate all the likes, guys. I really do. You guys don't have to, but if you guys want to drop a like just because you want to support the video or the channel in any way, that's one of the easiest way to do it, and it just means a lot. Ramon, what up, Jay? Hope you taking off soon. I just got on. Oh, I'm not taking off anytime soon, man. I'm still going to be on here for at least another 20 to 30 minutes. I might take a break, but I'm not going to jump off because I think I'm running low on coffee. But we're just talking about the new Hocus Pocus, man. Press that like button, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Ramon. I mean, that means a lot, man. Thank you so much. We're all just talking about Hocus Pocus, though, and the possibilities of where it could go. I hope someday we get a dark but faithful reboot to the Cursed Max. Oh, yeah. Actually, I think they're going to be making a TV series, a new TV series where they're going to be going down a more rated R kind of vibe for Goosebumps. Maybe someone like Bryce Dallas Howard for Winifred, but I don't know how funny she is, how good a comedy performance she could give. That one is interesting. James Wan v. Carly Beth. Dude, James Wan doing something with the haunted mask would be awesome. Awesome, great, man. Yes. Mila Kunis is Winnie, maybe. I think she's a little bit too, I don't want to say pretty, but maybe, yeah, a little bit too pretty for Winifred. I feel like Winifred is more of, because, you know, Mila Kunis, you know, if you don't know, she actually played, I'm 100% positive she played the Wicked Witch of the West, the younger version, in Oz the Great and Powerful, and she did an okay job there. Her makeup was not all that great, but anyways, you could almost tell it was straight up makeup at that point. I wanted to drop a like because you're a sweet man. Well, thank you, Wolf. I appreciate that. I really do. I really do, man. Thank you so much. I dropped a like. Now give me money. I can give you a very sophisticated and honest thumbs up. Thank you so much, though. I appreciate it. Melissa McCarthy as Mary. That's perfect. That is perfect casting. Melissa McCarthy as Mary. Yes, I can see that 100%. Maybe think of the Ghostbusters movie, right? The Ghostbusters movie that came out with all the women in it. Directed by the director who directed... I'm having a brain dead moment. Have you went to the movies or still in quarantine? I'm not in quarantine no more. I got out of quarantine 2 nights ago, thankfully. I'm out of quarantine. I have not gone to the movies, though, but I am out of quarantine. Ricky Lynn, oh my. How are you doing, Ricky? Thank you for joining us. We're talking about Hocus Pocus. How are you doing today? And do you like Hocus Pocus? Mila Kunis doesn't really fit the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm sorry, just my opinion. I know she tried hard. She really did try hard, and you gotta applaud her for that. She tried. You know, golf clap. She tried, but no, she was not. It wasn't her role. It wasn't her role, and she tried too hard to make it her role. Who was in that movie that was really good though? Oh God, she was in The Mummy. It's on the tip of my tongue. The actress who played her sister. Please, someone, Paul Feige. That's right, Paul Feige, or whatever his name is. Yeah, he directed that Ghostbuster sequel, and he was starting to come out and saying crazy stuff, right? They were all saying a lot of crazy stuff with that movie. And I was going to watch the movie, but then it really kind of just killed me when he said, if you don't watch my movie and like it, you're sexist. That right there, Rachel Weisz. Yes, Rachel Weisz. That's exactly who I was thinking of. Thank you, Alan. And thank you, Sebastian. Yeah, Rachel Weisz would actually play a good Winifred. I think Rachel Weisz would be perfect for Winifred, actually. I'm going to be honest. She did really good in Oz. I love the fact that the guy who played Dash X in Erie, Indiana was the voice of Binks in Hocus Pocus. Isn't that cool? Do you like musical films? I like Sister Act. I've never seen Sister Act, but I do like musicals. I actually started warming up to the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's not like one of my favorites, but I have started warming up to it. I love Labyrinth. I love Disney. I'm a big musical guy. Like musicals quite a bit. The female Ghostbusters was trash. That's what I've been told too. And, it wasn't even the fact that maybe I would have liked it. Maybe I would have liked the movie. But when you start pointing fingers at people because they're saying they're not liking it, and then you have to start bitching and complaining, saying that, if you don't watch my movie and like it, you're sexist, it killed all of my anticipation for that movie. Every little bit of it. It was like, wow. So if I were not to like your movie, that automatically makes me a sexist. It's like, that makes no sense whatsoever. The Rocky Horror Picture is so iconic. Hey, Sangar, how are you doing? I hope I pronounced your name right. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us. I can't see that emoji. I want to say it's a thumbs up, but it could be a flip off, and that's okay. I know it might seem a bit strange and random, or maybe it's a... I'm being stupid right now. My eyesight's that bad, so my apologies. No, it might seem a bit strange and random at first, but Kate McKinnon might be able to pull off a sister. Yeah, why not, right? Why not? Give it a shot. I agree. Love that film. Yes. Oh, which film are you talking about? Jennifer Lawrence as Sarah. Sorry, I missed your comment, Dan. Jennifer Lawrence as Sarah. Why not? Actually, that ain't bad. That ain't bad casting. Something happened to me today. I uploaded Resident Evil 6 with me talking. My comments turned off. Really? That's interesting. Don't you post gaming videos, Wolf? I couldn't sleep with the scary masks on the wall, wake from a bad dream, and I think I'm still dreaming. I couldn't sleep with those scary masks on the wall, wake from a bad dream, and I have that guy. You see that giant clown back there? I was already thinking earlier, like, I'm going to wake up, and that thing is, I'm just going to turn around and see that thing, and it's going to scare the heck out of me. Thankfully, I've gotten so used to sleeping with a lot of creepy-looking stuff that I'm just so used to it now. I thought so, Wolf. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I'm glad you post gaming videos. Just imagine if they could get Cher to make a cameo in Hocus Pocus 2. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Dude, there's so many possibilities they can do with the Hocus Pocus 2. I mean, it's a simple premise, but like still, I mean, you can do a lot with it. The Rocky Horror Picture Show is one of the best musicals ever. I've seen it twice, and it's beginning to warm. I'm getting to like it more and more. I would even say I like it more than Little Shop of Horrors, which yeah, I do. I do. I really enjoyed Beauty and the Beast, the remake that came out. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was pretty much the same movie, but I enjoyed it quite a bit. The mob song I thought was handled beautifully. I would have liked Answer the Call better had they not jumped immediately on the sexist bandwagon, especially with all the disservice they did with the males in the movie as idiots or skeptic a-holes. Yep. Yeah, I heard a lot of people say that they were just making every man in that movie just an idiot. And look, I get back in the day, and even still now in some cases, that women in movies are a lot of the times damsels in distress. That happens, and that's the thing that happens. So I get, trying to kind of reverse the effect and try to make guys all dumb and stupid or like they're all like perverts and rapists and creepy people. I've seen it in movies. It happens. I don't agree with any of that. I don't agree with the people kind of I don't like when people label women as damsels in distress all the time. I don't like when women, like, for example, and this was the time, so like you can't blame the movie. This was the time when the movie came out. The original Night of the Living Dead, George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead. The main female character, Barbara, in that movie, all she did was scream and was complaining and was like so traumatized by her brother dying that she didn't do nothing throughout the whole movie until the last act of the movie when the zombies start coming in through the windows. That's when she gets up and starts trying to help out. But it was like the whole movie she was just sitting there quiet. So everybody had to like save her, protect her, and everything. And in the remake that came out, directed by Tom Savini, he fixed all that. She was a badass with a gun. She could shoot, she could kill, she was fearless. She did a lot of cool stuff. Love that remake. But yeah, I don't like when people have to label people, especially certain sexes or races. You know, if you look at race, whatever. I don't like when they label them certain things in movies. I just don't. It's like it annoys me. It annoys me. Why can't everybody just fucking have a cool role? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just jumping on. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. I don't know. Snowhawk, thank you for joining, man. Watch people are gonna. It's like you gotta be careful what you say too, because you know people will be like, "Oh, you know, you're a sexist, you're a racist." It's like, no, has nothing to do with that. Hey, how you doing, Snowhawk? I already said that, but I'm gonna say it again. I'm a damsel in distress. I'm a damsel in this dress. Okay, hear me out. Gillian Anderson is Winifred. There you go. There you go. I was just watching Gillian and Thatcher in The Crown. Great portrayal. Alan, oh god, that remake of Poltergeist sucked, and I hated that remake of Poltergeist. Clown just reminded me of the Poltergeist, which they and some. Oh yeah, that remake, Alan, sucked. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You missed my comment. I missed your comment again. And if they don't, if I don't talk, my comment is on. Is that weird? And if I don't talk, my comment is on. Is that weird? It sounds a bit weird, yeah. Screenlight says, Genius Perry. Is your Annabelle doll new, Jordan? No, I've had that. I call it Annabelle, but it's my Raggedy Ann doll back there. I've actually had that for about 2 years now. I bought it at a thrift store back in the day for like $15. And I remember when I was walking out, it was really embarrassing. When I was walking out of the thrift store, I was holding her by her arm, and I didn't realize the doll's pants were down. So like everybody was watching me walk around with this like pants like pulled down pantsless doll. It was embarrassing as all heck. I didn't. It was not supposed to come off looking like that, but it did. What do your family think of your horror obsession? They love it. They love it, man. They absolutely love it. They are happy with the channel. They like watching these live streams. They like doing all that stuff. They think it's cool. And, you know, we're all excited for Halloween right now. We're getting the place decked out with Halloween decorations as we speak. It's early, I know, but still we enjoy it quite a bit. But yeah, they're 100% supportive. You know, I'm doing something I'm enjoying. So, I mean, that's the dream, right? That's what everybody wants. Hi, so have you watched any old Jackie Chan kung fu movies? The dubbed ones? Look into watching Drunken Master starring Jackie Chan. Such a fun movie. I say I have not seen a lot of old kung fu movies. I mean, I've seen several, but I haven't seen a lot. I haven't even seen any Bruce Lee movies. Like there's still a lot I gotta check out for sure. Yeah, it's true though, Saz. I was walking around with a pantsless doll. It was so true. I felt so embarrassed. I remember my friend Cinnamon looking at me and saying, "Jordan, pull the doll's pants up," and I looked down at it, and I'm like, "Oh fuck!" And I pulled it up really quick. It was embarrassing. I haven't dressed for Halloween since I was 10. I mean, I dress up for Halloween. I enjoy it. It's just one, like, why not? It's fun. It's one time of the year. Why not? You know. Night of the Dead remake was one of my favorite movies. Movie than Black and White. Yeah, yeah. It's one of the few remakes I actually say is better than the original. It's one of the few. Got to get the skeletons out of the closet, literally. It's true though, man. I walked around with that thing was just. I do want to get an actual Annabelle doll though. I think that'd be a lot of fun to get a real Annabelle doll and have it sitting back there. Most of my favorite are against me watching horror movies. They are religious and think horror movies are devil movies. Oh man, those are fun, right? Not judging, obviously. Those are fun. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people there's a lot of older people in the world today that if you even like bring like around them like a zombie mask or like a toy machete, they will just automatically like, oh my god, what is that devilish merch? Hero, another great martial arts film. Thank you for that recommendation. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was a great martial arts movie. Yeah, that's the one a lot of people have told me to watch. Actually, that's terrible. Yeah, it's true, man. It's true. It's like there's so many people out there who literally will judge you because you're into horror films. They'll literally say that you're, like Chris Stuckman, for example. He was a part of the oh fuck, what was Chris Stuckman a part of? It's on tip of my tongue. It's on tip of my tongue. He came out with a video not too long ago and talked about it quite a bit, and it was one of those moments of just expressing why a lot of his life has been the way it was. I don't know why it's not coming to my mind. Remember when everyone was dressing up as clowns? That was crazy. Yeah, 2017. I think that was the year 2017 when everybody was dressing like clowns and stuff. Yeah. Yep. Cult-like. It was kind of cult-like. Yeah. Yeah, the way he was talking about it. Yeah, it very, very much was very cult-like. The Mormons? No, it wasn't Mormons. Jehovah's Witness. Jehovah Witness. That's right. Yep, he was part of the Jehovah's Witness programs. And those people, man, when they found out he was doing movie reviews behind everybody's back and stuff, and he was talking about like The Dark Knight Rises and all these different movies, all horror movies, they would literally bring him into a room and start questioning him and stuff, and making him feel like he was like doing something horrible by watching movies. And it's like, the man has a passion for it. It's not fair for you to tell him how to live his life. And they were literally like, and if you do something against Jehovah's Witness stuff, like Jehovah's Witness program, I mean, if you were to leave the Jehovah's Witness program, you could possibly lose like your family. Like if your family are Jehovah's Witnesses, they would have no choice if they want to be a part of the religion still is to ignore you and shun you out of their lives forever. Like that's crazy, isn't it? Sorry. I just think that's so crazy. My sister had a Raggedy Ann doll in the 70s and 80s, and it's in my mom's loft. She refuses to give it to me when I told her about the real Annabelle story. Oh, man. That is awesome, though. Has a movie scared you that's not considered horror? A movie that's... Yes! Who Framed Roger Rabbit, man. When I was a kid and Judge Doom came on the screen and did that, his eyes popped out and he started doing that high-pitched voice. Scared the hell out of me. Cats, yeah, oh, dude, great one, Screenlight, great one. Clowns freak me the F out. Hey, I love clowns. I mean, if you can't tell, I have a lot of clown stuff in my room, but I love clowns. But I get why they scare people. They're kind of unnatural, you know, they're like the way they look human, but they're not. The Polar Express, that movie was creepy in some ways, yeah. Death Becomes Her used to freak me out as a kid. I love that movie. That's a fantastic movie, but I can see why it freaks you out, yeah. I can see why. I mean, I'm a guy who saw Friday the 13th at the age of 4 or 5. So, like, I mean, it takes a lot to really, really kind of creep me out. Coraline. I need to watch Coraline. That's still one I need to watch. I might do that one for Halloween this year. Oh, The Cat in the Hat. What an unsettling little film. Have you ever seen Fievel Goes West? That movie had some creepy elements to it. The Secret of Nim, The Black Cauldron. The Witches, the originals, creep me out. I didn't see The Witches until 2 years ago, and I love it. But yeah, that would have creeped me out as a kid too. Any religion that teaches hate or intolerance is a religion that should never be followed, only in my opinion, Snowhawk says. I agree. Look, I'm a Christian, but I'm not one of those Christians who goes out there and saying, you know, because you do something that's in the Bible. I hate people who judge people. I'm not a fan. Even if you're a Christian, if you're going around saying, you know, oh, that guy is, doing this and that and this, he's in the men, and if you start saying stuff like, you know, oh, he's going to hell and shit, I can't tolerate you. You're no Christian to me. I mean, you're not a friendly. I just can't stand people who who view people and judge them on something. It's like, you're not no fucking, you're no perfect human being either. So I don't know why I hate people like that, man. I really do. I'm here to save you, motherfucker. At women like that, people like that, man. Nope, not my type of people. Have you ever seen Closed Doors? I have not, Wolf. I have not. I hope that made sense to you guys, by the way. I wasn't trying to be political or anything. I'm just trying to make a point. Because people, Christians get a lot of bad reps, man. And it's because of those assholes who go around labeling people like they're God or they're judge, like they're the ones who, I don't know. Yeah, they're annoying. There's a film called Jennifer from 1978, which is the total ripoff of the Carrie plot. She controls snakes in the film, and it used to scare the crap out of me. That sounds interesting, man. I'm gonna have to check that one out. That sounds interesting. I hate people. Automatically, Jordan seems decent. Dude, I've never been a people's person. I like you guys. I like people like you. I like people who don't judge. I like people who like to talk about films. I like people who like to just not talk about drama and stuff, But yeah, people out there who like that, who judge. I understand people can be a-holes. Absolutely. The only thing I judge people on are their actions, characters, and what's important. Yep. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I get that. Same. Yep. You're an awesome group of people. I like you guys. When I was going to church. I mean, there was a point at one point where church was literally telling us that to have a personal relationship with God is dangerous. I have never heard in my entire life a church say that, and it just blew my mind. It blew my mind. To have a personal relationship with God is dangerous. My pleasure, Wolf. Any horror sequels better than the first? Original Rec 2 comes to mind. Sequels better than the first films. Horror sequels. That's a great question, man. That's a great question. Friday the 13th, Part 4. Actually, Friday the 13th films, the first 3 sequels are better than the first film, in my personal opinion. So I would consider those ones. Nightmare on Elm Street 3 comes to mind quite a bit. Child's Play 2 comes to mind. There's several sequels I do prefer over the originals. That's why I haven't spoken to most of my family in 3 years. They think that autism isn't a real thing, and they are extremely homophobic. Oh man. Here a movie that wasn't a horror, scared me once, were Warriors. It was based on a book series about the life and dysfunctional Moore family, and Django Fett, Tamora Morrison was scary. Wow. Church, you're going to hell. You're going to hell. You're going to hell me. Great, I love barbecue. You're going to hell. Oh, church, you're going to hell. Me. Great, I love barbecue. I despise the phrase God-fearing man, woman. Fear shouldn't be associated with such a thing. No. Ever seen House? Yes, I have. I like that movie a lot. Never heard of that, Sebastian. Interesting. 1980 something. I've seen House, and I like that movie quite a bit. Man. It's a fun time. Big Ben. I'm pretty sure if that's the one you're talking about. Big Ben. I can't wait to get my hair color back, man. I'm going to go back to dark brown and stay that way. By the way, guys, thank you for 6,000 subs. I know I haven't said nothing on a video yet. Thank you guys so much for 6,000 subscribers. We hit 6,000 literally yesterday, and we're almost to 6,050. So, we're doing really good, and it's really been awesome. Oh, yes, Child's Play 2. Love that film. I've watched it more than the first one. Me too, 100%. Magneto, are you a God-fearing man, Senator? Such a strange phrase. Yeah. Do whatever you need to do. Be happy and find inner peace. Don't ruin your life trying to, Facility. Yep, I agree. That's 100% right, Saza. Bub is back. Welcome back, Bub. I saw Hereditary recently and stayed with me for a bit after watching and unsettling. Yeah, Alan, I remember watching Hereditary it was about close to a year ago now. That one, does stick with you, and it makes you think about, it makes you ask questions. The scene, dude, in that movie, I don't want to spoil it, never mind. The big musical karaoke when he's booby trapping the house is burned into the psyche. If I created my Mother of the Dead movie, it would be like animation realistic one. That'd be awesome, Wolf. That would be really cool. But yeah, the scene in Hereditary, I'll just go ahead and say it without spoiling nothing. The scene in Hereditary where they try to communicate with a certain character through someone's certain body, and the character comes through. That scene right there was creepy. You're no good, baby. You're no good. Thank you, Alan. The imagery at the ending of Hereditary was traumatic. It was crazy, wasn't it? Yeah. I like Hereditary. I don't think it was it was like on the cover of it saying it was the next Exorcist. That no way in heck was even close to The Exorcist as great. But it was still a good movie. Yeah, that was one hell of a statement too, because I love the original Exorcist, but to say it was the next Exorcist, oh my. Any thoughts on someday Wes Anderson, the guy who made Fantastic Mr. Fox, The Grand Budapest Hotel, making a horror movie? I've wondered giving it director. I would love to see a Wes Anderson horror movie. I have not seen Fantastic Mr. Fox. I have seen Grand Budapest Hotel, and I love Grand Budapest Hotel. Haven't seen Hereditary yet. Need to finally get on that. I would check it out. I mean, it's a different movie. It's a different type of movie for sure. What's your least favorite remake? I would probably go ahead and say either Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, or probably Psycho. Yeah, Psycho or Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I might go with Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 because it pissed me off a little bit more. Exorcist is coming back. That's right. Yep, I made a video on that. They're making a new trilogy for The Exorcist, which, fingers crossed, it's actually well thought out. I love your Halloween mask ranking video. I watched it twice. Well, thank you, Lee. That means a lot, man. I put a lot of effort in that video. I know there's some mess ups here and there. Like, sometimes there'll be a mask, like, before a certain mask on the list, and then I'll say, like, the reason why that mask was, like, ranked lower than, like, higher than this mask is because at the last minute I kind of changed some masks around. But I did put a lot of effort into that. Yeah, I really loved your brown hair. Bring it back. I'm missing my brown hair a lot, man. I'm missing my brown hair a lot. Pet Cemetery, that's a good one. That's a good one to the list. Yeah, Poltergeist and Psycho. I grew up with a Catholic household, but came into my senses in the 20s. LOL, I do love having in-depth conversations with my religious friends about religion. We may disagree, but always remain friends. That's a good thing, dude. You never want to make enemies in life. Never. There's a Saturday Night Live parody of a horror Wes Anderson film in the midnight category, Sinister Intruders. That's interesting. And as for Midsommar, don't get me started on that one. I haven't seen Midsommar, but I do want to see it. Daddy Jordan looks good in any hair color. Well, thank you, Saza. Thank you, Morticia. I appreciate that. 100%. And I told Michael the other day that I was off quarantine. He hasn't seen my message yet, so I'm not sure when he's coming back to film, but hopefully soon. Oh, guys, by the way, if you're jumping on in here and you like this type of content, be sure to hit the like button. It means a lot. Aren't there already a trilogy of Exorcist movies? Does that mean Heretic and Stricken are stricken from canon? They're going to be, after The Exorcist 1, every other film is going to be, stricken from canon. It's not going to exist no more, unless you want it to exist and watch it. I'm going to edit Day of the Dead kill count. Hell, yeah. Mid-Sumna, put something... Put something else in right now. No problem, Gomez. All right. I'm glad that you're not on Twitch because I wouldn't be able to chat with you. I mean, I'll be going on Twitch at some point. We might try to stream tonight, but I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys. Plus, I'm also going live on Friday, so there's that. I'm thinking of getting my hair done. I'm thinking of getting my hair relaxed so my natural curly hair goes straight. Hey, that's understandable, man. Sky, hi. How are you? Sky, hi. How are you doing, man? Thank you for joining us. How are you doing, Sky? How are you doing? Thank you for joining. I'm going to say that several times. I repeat myself several times to make sure you know that I appreciate it. I love seeing new people jump on in and new faces. It's so cool to see new people jump on in. I'm great. Thank you so much. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good, man. We're just sitting here talking about Hocus Pocus. Now we're on different subjects, but we were talking about Hocus Pocus 2 and everything. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you for asking. What about them bringing back The Omen? Remember they made 4 sequels, a remake and a sequel TV series with the guy, Bradley James, who played King Arthur from the BBC Merlin. I did not see the show, by the remake and a sequel TV series. I did not see the TV sequel series to that. Oh, it's raining here. Oh, man. Have you seen the 2 Exorcist prequel films, the same film but filmed differently? I've seen the beginning, The Exorcist, the beginning. I don't think I've seen the other one, though. Do you carve intricate pumpkins? I saw Midsommar, not as good as Hereditary. I do carve pumpkins. Last time I carved a pumpkin, though, I'm not sure if you guys can see. You won't be able to see that, but let me see if I can pull up my camera really quick right here. If you guys can see that, I'm not sure if you can. That's not going to focus. It's not going to focus, but that's okay. On my thumb... Actually, I cut my thumb open because I was carving a pumpkin one year for Halloween. And that sucked. Scared the heck out of me. Get some more ear piercings the other week there. Looking to get even more now. Oh, heck. There you go. I love The Omen. Ooh, I love The Omen. Rosemary's Baby is good, too. I have not seen Rosemary's Baby. Actually, I started watching it. I was probably like 3 to 4 minutes into it. And for some reason, I stopped and had to do something else. I honestly found Midsommar pretentious as F. Oh, wow. Really? Wow. It would be an interesting one to react to, though. Exorcist prequel 1 is a theatrical release, and the other, the Snyder Cut, both failed. Oh, really? Was there actually a Snyder Cut of the... I mean, I don't know if you're joking. Was there actually a Snyder Cut of the Exorcist prequel? I love the sound of rain. It's so relaxing. Oh, absolutely. I love the sound of rain. I heard Mother was a really crazy movie too. Have you seen the Trick or Treat film? That would you recommend it? Trick or Treat? Yes, I would recommend it highly, especially if you love the month of Halloween. It is a great Halloween time movie for sure. For sure, man. Absolutely love it. It deserves more hype than what it has. And I know there's like a section for it now at like Spirit Halloween, but it deserves a lot of recognition. And I'm bummed out. I wanted to do something special for you guys where I went and filmed me buying stuff at Spirit Halloween, but there's no Spirit Halloween around me. Both of the ones that were around me were permanently shut down, so I won't even be being able to go to Spirit Halloween this year. And I love going to Spirit Halloween. Have you checked the program inside number 9 yet, Jordan? I have not, Saza. Midsommar is kind of a dope depiction of PTSD. Oh, really? I hope you will play Resident Evil Village sometime. I would love to play Resident Evil Village. I would love to start playing all the Resident Evil games. I've never played a Resident Evil game, but I have the first one. The Stepford Wives, the 70s version, is Amazeballs. If you haven't seen it, the same author as Rosemary's Baby. Oh, shoot. I might need to check that one out then. Is there a cult classic American Halloween movie called Crybaby Lane? I can't seem to find it anywhere in the UK. I don't know, honestly. I don't know about that one. I know we talked about it before, but I think It Follows is insanely underrated. It really is an underrated movie. I enjoy that movie. That was a crazy movie. For sure. I own it, too, on Blu-ray. I like that one. Really like the soundtrack, too. I think it's very 80s. And 80s is, like, one of my favorite time periods for film. One of my favorite decades for film. Has so many seeds for growth and continuation within the concept. Yeah. It definitely could keep going on and on and on. I would love to see a TV series for that one. It Follows would make sense as a TV series. Is Don't Breathe 2 any good? I haven't seen Don't Breathe 2. I can't tell you, but I would like to see it. I've seen Don't Breathe, and I thought that was a very decent film. The Stepford Wives 2005 remake with Nicole Kidman is funny. You got to see The Changeling. I've seen it. I love it. I've seen it like 3 times. I love that movie. The Changeling with George C. Scott. Michael hasn't seen it, though. I want him to do a movie reaction for it. It is one of the most underrated haunted house films you will ever watch in your life. Seriously, it's creepy, crazy, creepy. And it's suspenseful for what it is. And George C. Scott is an amazing actor in it. Maybe I'll do a watch party for The Changeling. I think a lot of people might enjoy that. The Sixth Sense is a great film. I seen that one for the first time 2 years ago. Really, I liked it a lot, actually. I liked it quite a bit. I haven't seen the Stepford Wives 2005 remake, though, with Nicole Kidman. I haven't seen that one, but I would like to check it out. I mean, there's a lot of movies I still want to check out. And there's a lot of movies that we're going to have to do. Have you seen His House on Netflix yet? The British horror? I have not, actually. I hope Michael sees it soon. I hope he does too, man. I hope he does too. We have a lot to do, especially with October coming up next month. We might decide to just stop every movie reaction that we have planned and then try to do like horror movies all month. Next month. I think that'd be fun. Oh my god, The Changeling is fantastic. I have it on Blu-ray, Joseph. Yeah, Joseph. Oh, dude, the kid Joseph, yep. I have it on Blu-ray too. I love it. Oh, and by the way, guys, that Blue's Clues video has already hit over 5,000 views in like less than 1 day, so I appreciate that. How is Michael? Hope he's good. I'm sure he's doing fine. I haven't heard from him in a while. I told him like yesterday that I was off quarantine. Is that the movie with Angelina Jolie? I'm assuming. The Changeling? I don't think it's the same one. My father was not a murderer. My mom's sister. Oh yeah, the quote. Yep. My mom's sisters wants a movie night. We are all having sleeping bags in front of the TV and homemade popcorn. That sounds like an epic time for sure, Wolf. All right, guys. I've been on for a while now. I'm on for like about an hour and 16 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here. We miss Michael. I know you guys miss Michael. He's going to be coming back on soon. I'm hoping soon. And I think next month we're actually going to be going to Texas, to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre grill, the barbecue place. I think we already made arrangements for rooms and stuff, so we're gonna be going to that, and I think we're gonna be filming too. No, we're definitely gonna be filming the whole trip. So like, I hope you guys enjoy that video when it comes out. But yeah, we're gonna have fun doing that. And this is the actual location where they shot the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the actual barbecue place. Oh no, glad I caught some of the stream. I'm glad you made it too, Sky. We've been on for an hour and 16 minutes now, but I will be going live this Friday, so hopefully you can catch us on Friday night. We do go live most of the time on Fridays. Next time on the writer's room. Did she not star in the remake or something? I don't know if the... Stay safe, bud. Okay, thank you, Screenlight. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. So, of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you like this type of content, be sure to hit the like button. Share the content. And until next time, keep it retro, guys. I will check you guys out in the next video. So please, 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 take care.